heated garage. The antenna is installed. So now it's time to take this thing apart and put in the rest. So we'll get to work. Well, we have a wire now going through here in this little hole. Get that piece of trim pulled off. And we're going to start snaking this along the seam here, and up towards the front. So we'll continue on with that as far as getting this here cable installed. So get back to work. Well, as you see, we took a couple of more pieces off, and that gave me some needed room here to push this around, so we could tuck the cable in all the way up to the front. So now we will pull it out about here, tuck it under the seat and into here, which is where the CB is going to live for the rest of its days. So going along here, about expected levels of progress, not having to cut and tear too much yet. The idea is to only cut one hole in this entire vehicle with this mod. So we will keep tucking in this wire, get it tucked away underneath that center console, and ready to build on from there. So without further ado, we get started. Well, okay, after taking it a little too far apart, figured out how to get the center out of here. And now have the cable routed up to the middle. So the next step here is to figure out where we're going to put the bracket, or the actual power supply for the CB. Drill a hole in there so as we can plug it in, and that's where it's going to live. So we make a little more progress and make the vehicle look a lot more tore into. But we'll keep on keeping on and get this thing a little closer to finish. 10 minutes to 9 now. We have the CB wire through a hole. It's going to sit in here like so. We get some sticky stuff, or no slip, and stick it in there. In that case, still came up a little bit short despite our test, so we connected it underneath the console. And got the excess wire tucked away neatly out of the way. And tie wrap reg nut style, since we don't have any zip ties. And managed to get that up in there in that impossible place without a bunch of wire hanging loose. So all we have left is to find a suitable power source in here and a ground point. So we're almost done with this thing, other than putting the damn car back together. So better get back to work because it's getting late. A couple of redneck connections later, I've got to come back and do something a little bit better than what I've got. But it's in, and despite the fact I'm inside of the bay, I'm catching the whisper of a voice, so that says the antenna and everything is all working. But the first mod is more or less finished. Just got to do a little better down here because that's only temporary at the best of days. So I got to get a little spade there and stick something in. And that pretty much has this thing all wrapped up. So the first one of 5 projects set for this thing is down, and for this year anyway. And we'll be back again with another one.